Hi, everyone. I want to welcome you, excuse me, and thank you for taking the time to join us today. My name is Valerie Worthington, and I'm a faculty member in the Department of Mind Body Medicine, which is housed in the College of Integrative Medicine and Health Sciences at Saybrook University. And I have the pleasure of leading today's mindfulness moment from my home in Philadelphia. So, as we get acquainted, as we get settled in, I want to invite you to find a comfortable spot and a comfortable position. Maybe start to tune into the depth and the pace of your breathing and find what feels right for you. If it feels right to close your eyes, I invite you to do that as well, or to find a spot on the wall or the floor where you can focus a soft gaze. And maybe while you're turning inward, you're holding space for the people in Puerto Rico or for others who are in your heart at the moment. And if that feels right, then that is right. And while you do all of this, I invite you to listen to my voice as much or as little as you would like. For a lot of my life, I used to feel kind of sheepish and secretive about the fact that autumn is my favorite season. We get all kinds of messages in popular culture, books, and just people in general about how great summer is and how magical it would be if summer never ended. And here I am always kind of counting down the days until the cooler temperatures and the warm clothing and the comfort foods and on and on. For me, autumn feels like a season of renewal, maybe because I've been on the academic calendar for so long. I'm not sure, but at any rate, autumn is when I feel most energized and most connected to my world. A quick search reveals a lot of poetic and beautiful sentiments about autumn. And so for the rest of our time together, I would like to share a few of them with you. I know some of us may not be in parts of the world that actually have a distinct autumn. And if that is the case, then I invite you to connect with whatever seasonal conditions tend to bring you to life. For the rest of our time together, I'll spend some time reading a brief poem or a quote, and then I'll hold some silence for a few moments in between to give you the opportunity to consider the words as much or as little as you wish. And all the while, I invite you to continue to breathe at a comfortable pace and depth, to continue to check in on what your body needs. And just for these few moments, if you can, to set aside the rest of the demands on your time. And all at once, summer collapsed into fall. Our last passage was from Oscar Wilde, and this next one is from Effie Lee Newsom. Oh, autumn, autumn, O pensive light and wistful sound, gold haunted sky, green haunted ground, when wan the dead leaves flutter by, deserted realms of butterfly, when robins band themselves together to seek the sound of sun-steeped weather, and all of summer's largesse goes for lands of olive and the rose. From Winnie the Pooh. It's the first day of autumn, a time of hot chocolatey mornings and toasty marshmallow evenings, and best of all, jumping into leaves. Delicious autumn, my very soul is wedded to it, and if I were a bird, I would fly about the earth seeking the successive autumns. George Eliot. From Mehmet Murat Ildan, dancing of the autumn leaves on the surface of a lake is a dream we see when we are awake. Of all the seasons, autumn offers the most to man and requires the least of him. Hal Borland. There is no better time than the autumn to begin forgetting the things that trouble us, allowing them to fall away like dried leaves. Paulo Coelho. In the dreamy silence of the afternoon, a cloth of gold is woven over wood and prairie, and the jaybird, newly fallen from the heaven, scatters cordial greetings, and the air is filled with scarlet leaves that, dropping, rise again as ever, with a useless sigh for rest, and it is autumn. Alexander Posey. And now, as we near the end of our time together, I want to invite you to start to come back to your body, come back to your immediate surroundings. Consider joining me again in our virtual space. And as you do so, I want to invite you to remember that others may be in a contemplative frame of mind, and that it's okay for us to share a bit of silence together. And I want to thank you for joining me today, and I hope that wherever you are, you're enjoying your autumn.